and thank you for being here with us today. We always enjoy hearing from the Central Florida Behavioral Health Network. Now, you're going to be sharing some more information about how to keep our kids safe and healthy and avoid using alcohol and other drugs.
Yes, sir, Ronnie. Thank you very much for having me today. We've just enjoyed a lovely spring break, and are heading into the final stretch of the school year prior to summer. So life can be really hectic during this time with last minute grades and all sorts of other extracurricular activities our kids are engaged in. Sometimes we get so busy, it's hard to think about having those talks with our kids about how to stay safe and be healthy, and how to turn down possible invitations to indulge in alcohol and other substances.
Well, that's absolutely right, Doris. Can you give us some ideas on how to best take care of our kids on this subject?
Yes, we've been running this current awareness campaign. Hopefully, your listeners have seen it. It's called Talk They Hear You, that encourages parents to have a conversation with their children. In fact, it won't be a one and done deal. You will need to have continual conversation with your kids to help them understand at each age level why alcohol and substances is not the right choice for them. And we know this might seem a bit daunting of a task. That's why we've gathered all this information you need and placed it right at the fingertips of our parents and caregivers on our website at www.cfbhn.org.
Wow, that sounds great, Doris. So, what are some of those resources?
Well, one of the main resources that's on there is a very simple sheet. It's called Quick Reference Tip Sheet, and it outlines 5 conversational goals you need to focus on when you're having this conversation with your child. And I'm going to go through these very briefly. Number 1, show that you disapprove of underage drinking and other drug misuse. Research shows that over 80% of our young people say their parents are the leading influencer on whether their decision is to drink or not drink or use drugs. So you really do have a lot of influence maybe you didn't even realize. Number 2, show you care about your child's health, wellness, and success. That seems obvious, but kids need to know directly. Young people are more likely to listen when they know you're on their side. Number 3, you need to show that you are the best resource about information on alcohol and other drugs. You don't want your kids learning about this information on the streets or from unreliable resources like other kids that say, oh, this is okay if you take this. This is a prescription drug and you can mix it with alcohol. My grandparents do it all the time. You don't want that information out there. You want to be the best informational resource, and we've got all you need on our website. Number 4, show you're paying attention and you'll discourage risky behaviors. Now, we're not talking about prying on your kids or being, a wet blanket all the time, but just show that you are more likely to know what your child is doing and who they're with and where they're going, and they will be more likely to notice that and be aware of it as well. Number 5, every child needs to know what to do. It's good to tell them about all of this and have these conversations, but you really need to give some skill building into this. Give them some really tangible things they can do when they get in these peer pressure situations. Like, how do you say no? How do you practice saying no that sounds okay? Or you could do something like text a code to a family member if your child is in a situation so they know, they get reminded on what they need to say and how to say it. So have a plan and practice it. Remember, keep it low key. Don't worry. You don't have to get everything done in one and done, and plan to have many short talks.
Excellent, Doris. Thank you for that information and for all you do for our young people in the community. Please go ahead and wrap up today for our viewers and listeners.
Yeah, like I said, there's lots of resources on that website for you to look at and understand and gather information for yourself. We even have an avatar out there you can download and practice with yourself with this avatar before you ever have that talk with your child, so you know you feel very comfortable with it. I just want all of your listeners to know that we are in it to win it with you. We want to make sure every child grows up healthy, happy, and successful. Learn what you can do to make that happen. Visit our website, check out our information before you have that talk with your child.
Talk, they listen. Thank you, Doris.
Thank you, Ronnie.